What women actually find attractive. A big mistake guys make when trying to become more attractive to women is approaching it from their own perspective, or the male gaze, instead of considering what women actually find attractive, or the female gaze. It got me thinking, how come women are into tall, muscular guys, but also fans of BTS? And why do some attractive women end up with men who seem pretty average? I realized that what women are attracted to varies widely, and guys often mess up by trying to turn it into a formula when it's not that simple. In this video, we'll break down the difference between what guys think women want and what women actually find attractive. But before we start, please hit the like button to support us. Thank you. Number 1, the female gaze. At its core, the female gaze is story-driven. There's a reason why the best-selling books every year are romance novels, and their biggest consumers are women. It's the same reason why artists and musicians throughout history have been loved by women. They use their creativity to tell a story. You also tell a story every time you walk out of a door as a guy. You just don't realize it. The way you dress, your choice of hairstyle, the way you walk, the way you hold eye contact, your body language, these all tell a story, and women pick up on them. Number 2, looks do matter. Women are obviously attracted to or prefer a handsome guy. A nice jawline, slight facial hair, height, a lean physique, darker features, and a mix of masculine and feminine features. If you wanted to create a guy that is attractive to the most amount of women worldwide, he'd probably look something like Cristiano Ronaldo or Michelle from the film 365 Days. But even when it comes down to looks, there's a huge variance in types. Women have preferences when it comes to a guy's ethnicity, and they have preferences when it comes to a man's body type. Make a guy a bit more feminine, and you have Zayn Malik. Make him more masculine, and you have Chris Hemsworth. But remember, these are just ideals. As a guy yourself, you might like tall blondes, but that doesn't mean that you'll say no to short brunettes. So, just like women have a type, that doesn't mean that they are automatically rejecting everything else. Number 3, the black pill antidote. For some reason, when guys discover women's desire to have a man who's tall, rich, and fit, it makes them feel insecure about themselves and hopeless. If you spend an hour in any busy downtown square and observe couples through your male gaze, here's what you'll notice. Average guys with average girls and average guys with beautiful girls. This is because, through the female gaze, women don't view male attractiveness as a purely physical equation. As men, we put so much effort into improving our physical attractiveness, and it's the only thing we compare when we see a couple. Now, don't get me wrong, women crave a guy with a V-taper just like us men are attracted to women with an hourglass body. At the end of the day, the first thing a woman sees when she first meets you is your face, right? Your humor, voice, smell, charisma, skills, your love language, and so many other aspects still determine how attractive you are through the female gaze. Women are attracted to so much more than just looks. Number 4, the female gaze is dynamic. Let me explain. If a girl is not attracted to a guy at first sight, the physical attraction can still grow a ton once she knows more about you. The majority of men fall into the "yeah, he's alright" category. As the girl gets to know him, he can either fumble it into "I would never" or elevate into "he's so hot." This is a bit hard to understand as a guy because when we see a beautiful girl, at first we fall in love instantly. Number 5, relative versus absolute. Let's talk about the 3 things that absolutely belong to the female gaze: height, income, and status. We've all heard the phrase, 6 figures, 6 feet, and a six-pack. All of these things are attractive, but most guys still get it wrong. When girls say they want a taller guy, this is a relative statement. It means that they want a man who's taller than them, and the same goes for income and status. Statistically, most couples have this one thing in common. The man is only a few inches taller than the woman, and the man makes only a bit more money. Status is a bit harder to calculate, but we can assume that this is probably true as well. And let's be honest, most guys lie about their height, which has given rise to false expectations of what 6 feet actually looks like. So, as long as you're a few inches taller and make slightly more money than the woman you want to attract, you're going to be all right. Number 6, wide appeal versus niche maxing. A lot of men's content on improving attractiveness can sometimes spread the feeling that you need to appeal to as many people as possible. Some traits are universal, such as having good skin and an aesthetic body, but trying to appeal to as many girls as possible is pretty much impossible. Instead, find your niche and thrive in that area. If you're a gym guy and you're into bodybuilding, you're most likely going to attract fitness girls who share the same passions as you. Looking at human psychology, most people end up together with people who are in their relative class and ethnic group. The same thing works here. Girls will find a guy who has similar hobbies or interests far more attractive than a guy who doesn't. Number 7. Women don't like nice guys. Girls don't like nice guys because it shows their weakness and desperate feelings to win her attention. Naturally, women want something they can't have over something they can easily get. So, not giving a girl too much attention is not necessarily a bad thing. That's why women like bad boys, not because they are criminals or dangerous, but because they represent certain traits that are attractive. They're typically confident, social, and stand up for themselves and the people around them. Girls like a guy who sets boundaries and doesn't let people run over him. Being a submissive pushover and a people pleaser is perhaps the most unattractive trait a man can have, and a bad boy represents the exact opposite of this. The traits behind being a bad boy make a girl attracted to them. The same goes for being rich. It's not the actual money factor that makes a rich guy attractive, but rather the qualities behind acquiring wealth. Hard work, determination, leadership, and courage. A lot of men are defining their self-worth with the validation of being able to get attention from a beautiful girl. They are trying to compete with impossible standards or standards that they can never reach. As these men are learning how to become more attractive to women, they come across videos that teach them to change their personalities and who they are just to appeal to a girl. By making this video, I hope that you have gained a fuller picture of what women are actually looking for through the female gaze. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and watch the next video on the screen.